that I know?
No, just now.
So do we start now already?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hello, I'm Dorothea, and welcome to our Deuxième Vie Saturday morning craft hour. We're going to make a pop-up card today. We thought that's a good occasion today because next week it's Mother's Day. I think, so this is the card we're going to make. If we have time, we maybe make a second one, but I think we start with the first one and then we see. I'm going through the things that you need because maybe at home you still don't have everything ready. So you need some kind of paper, a little bit hard paper for the outside part of your card. Or you can take also a card that you have at home, which has already some printing outside. Then we need paper for the inside part of the card, which could be the same paper. That would work well. Or you can take a colored paper, which could be a construction paper. I took construction paper. It's not perfect, but it works. Then it's good if you have some colored paper, construction paper or other colored paper where you can cut out, or you can also take just paper from old magazines. That works very well. If you have some like embellishments, like I have here these sequins, or you have maybe other things to decorate like glitter, or it could be like feathers. I have here an example of a card where I used feathers or buttons, like all kinds of embellishments. You can also use fabric scraps. I have here a card where I used fabric for the inside. Or you just color your white paper with color pens, pencils, or markers, or other paints that you have at home. Then, of course, we need some scissors and some kind of ruler or angle can be handy, but you don't really need it. It's good if you have one, but you can also go without. And some glue, of course. It can be also stick glue, can be even better, but I don't have any. Yes, and we would like you to post your creations on like hashtag make art not waste. You can tag us, I wanted to say, or at Deuxieme Vie Creative. And also I wanted to say, your card, of course, will not look the same like mine. It always depends very much on what you have at home. You can really make it with almost anything. And if you don't have anything at home, please come to Deuxieme Vie. We have so much to make pop-up cards. Okay, let's get started then. I first take the outside of my card, which I first fold if it's not already folded. And I forgot to say that if you have an envelope that you want to use, then it can be good if you cut your paper on the same size so that it fits in the envelope. But for this one, I don't have any envelope, so I just go like this. And then we need the inside. So I took green here because that looks like a nice color for the flowers. So I look if I have another green, maybe this. So I first make the inside the same size like the outside paper. would have maybe been good to have some bigger scissors. That would have been a bit faster. Didn't think about that when I was preparing. I thought for the little things like the flowers, the small scissors could be good. And then I think I will do it the same way. You could leave it the same size, but here I made the inside part a little bit smaller because it gives me that nice frame, and I think I'm doing that again. So I fold it. And then I just cut a little bit away. Okay, let's see how that looks. I think I want to cut a little bit more away on the side. Okay, I think that looks better. Now I'm going to make these strips that come out where we can put our embellishments on. And I made like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. I think I'm going with 5 for this. Okay, the important thing when you cut in your pop-up card is that you never go further than the middle of your paper. So it's really good to make maybe a line in the middle, more or less the middle. So you really have to make sure that you don't cut further than the middle, even a little bit less than the middle. Otherwise, your pop-up things will kind of stick out, and when you will still see them when you close the card. So I think I'm gonna make a big flower in the middle. Maybe I go almost until the line. Okay. Maybe it's also good that you make a little mark until where you want to go, and maybe even draw the lines so I know where I will have my flowers. I make a bigger one here, and then I make a smaller one, and another one that will be a little bigger. Okay. Now I cut them all. So if you want, you can always use the ruler to make really straight lines. I think for this card, this is not so important. For other kind of cards, it can look better if it's really like very made in an exact way. But you could even let them like a little bit in all directions, and then they don't look all the same. Okay. Now I'm gonna fold out the strips. So I start with the biggest one in the middle. So I push it on the other side and I fold it down on one side and then on the other side. And then I push in the middle and fold it to the other side. Can you see this? The next one, the same. I go on one side and then on the other side. and fold out the middle. This. Okay. Oops. It's really good if you go under it with the finger, and then you can do it like this, and then you go from behind and fold it down to the other side. Okay, so this is our pop art card like preparation. That's actually all you need. And now we go over to the creative part, the decorations. So we could now already glue this on the outside part. I think we do that first, because then we know exactly how far we can go with our decorations. So I take some glue. I don't know if your glues do work. Mine is always kind of not coming through. I have tried everything. I washed it, but it doesn't come out. So I do it like this. It's a little bit messy. If you have a glue stick, that's easier. Okay. I put it first on one side. And then the next side. Try to make it as clean as possible. Sometimes it's always dangerous that it gets messy. I already have some glue on my fingers, which is not so good. Let's clean that up. Okay. Oh, I just see this was a little bit transparent, that paper. I didn't expect that. Now you can see the line. That's good to know for the next card I make. Okay, now as next I do the flowers. And there are, of course, many different possibilities how you can make flowers. I first show you something that I did especially for my other card. I cut out some squares, some little squares from my magazine paper. And I fold it in half. And then from the other side. So we have a little triangle, and then I fold that another time in half. Okay. And then I take it with my fingers and cut out like a drop shape. Maybe I have to go a little bit. When I open it, I have a flower. Now it looks like it's almost a little bit big. Maybe I use it even here. I will see. I will make more flowers and then I see where I put them. The easiest is just to draw your own flowers. And yes, of course, you don't even have to make flowers. You could put whatever you want. One nice thing is also, I can remember a pop-up card workshop where somebody just cut out things from magazines and put these on her pop-up card. It looked a little bit like a three-dimensional collage. Okay. Maybe it would be nice to make some butterflies that would fit with the flowers, I think. So I cut out, I don't want another green, maybe what would be nice? Maybe red. Another little square. Fold in half. And try to make a half of a butterfly. It's a little bit almost like a heart shape. Maybe. Okay, let's see how that looks like. Yeah, I like my other one better. Maybe I cut it a little bit smaller. Let's see how that looks. Better. Okay. Maybe I have some little flowers. Maybe I could use these. Or I make like a tulip shape. I think I make a tulip shape as next. I don't find the color that I like. But I already have orange. Maybe blue tulips. Yeah, or maybe I take the red and the blue together. So that may be already enough. I think I need a little, this is a little bit too small, so I could do a second one, which is a little bit bigger. Yes, by the way, if you don't have construction paper at home, that's really something that we have a lot at Deuxieme Vie. So if you need construction paper, please come to Deuxieme Vie. We have more than enough. Oh, I think I have a little bit of a mess on my table. I don't find my things anymore. And on this card, I also cut some flowers out of a magazine, and I think I found another magazine that I really liked where they have flowers. So that makes it a little bit easier and faster. I can just cut out some flowers for the background of my card. Yeah, oh, and I see there is I don't know the English word for this. I have no idea what it is, but I think that maybe fits with my flower theme. Let's see. I cut it out and I put it in my card and I will see. If I have space, it might be a little bit big. Okay. Let's see how that comes all together. I have some flowers for the background and the flower, maybe the big one here and a small one for there. Another small one. Okay, I'll start with the big one. And I have to find my glue. I lost my glue. Never mind, I take a new paper. I really wish I would have a glue stick. That would be so much easier. Maybe we would have some glue sticks at Deuxieme Vie too. Maybe I should have gone to Deuxieme Vie last week. I didn't think about that. Flower here. Where is my tulip? I think here I need a bigger flower, or maybe the butterfly could look nice. Don't like that. No. I found a butterfly yesterday on the floor. Maybe my kids dropped it. Maybe I can use this one. That looks better, I think. And I put the golden butterfly here. I really wonder what you come up with for your cards. It would be so nice to see what you all do. That's always the nice part when you have a workshop or a class, to see what everybody does, because everybody looks different and all together they look great in the end. Put that this way. There I have them. Don't know if that fits. I think I keep that for the end and see. Here in my first card I made, I didn't have red paper for the heart. So I just colored white paper and cut out from the white paper. And maybe you have to do this because you don't have colored paper at home. I have found some red paper from a magazine though, and I think this time I just cut it out from the magazine. There's a lot of red. And I think I want to make the same. I want to put a big heart here for the Mother's Day card. I really hope you can see well what I'm doing. I'm doing this for the first time, and I'm really not so sure how this comes. I'm really curious to see myself afterwards. I fold as a rectangular paper for my heart. Probably is the right size. And I make a half heart. Don't know if you can see this. Cut it. Let's see. It looks like it's the right size. Okay. Oh, I see. I have still a space for something else. Should I put this? Or another flower? Maybe I could also put this in the back of my card and go with some other flowers. Or I do like another shaped flower, like here. I think maybe that would look good. I try another shaped flower. I wish I would know the names for these kind of flowers, but I have no idea. It's also something that I found out when I went to Deuxieme Vie, that it's a good place to learn a language, actually. There are so many words that I didn't know in English for all these little things. For example, something like, I think these are called sequins or sequins. I can't say the really, but these are all words, new vocabulary for me. And we're going to have a French table, probably, at Deuxieme Vie. And I think that's a very good thing, because this is really a place to learn vocabulary that you don't usually use. And maybe you say, but it's useless, but I think it's still interesting to learn new words. Because I can speak a little French, but the things that we have at Deuxième Vie, I don't think I would know their names in French. Yeah, but this does not fit here. Maybe I can put it somewhere else. Maybe this still comes up. I think it looks nicer there. Let me see. Yes, I was lucky. Let's put this here. And this is an eraser, and you can see some of my pencil lines, and I don't want to see them, so I erase them. Okay, now I have to make a decision. Yeah, I think it looks nicer if I put this too. Oh, you see, the glue is not perfect. Glue stick would really be better. Don't know if you can see it, but it makes a little bit of blisters because it's wet. But I think that's really the interesting part of making art out of reused materials, because it's never perfect. Sometimes it will be perfect, sometimes it will be not, but it will be always something new. And I think that's the very interesting part. It's always a little bit of a surprise. And I really like to make crafts out of reused materials. I think it's really like so exciting. Okay, now I just have to finish with my words. You could also leave them away, but I think I want to do it again. I want to make a Mother's Day card, and I will write Happy Mother's Day. Need some white paper. choose a color. Here I took red. Maybe green would look nice, or maybe blue. I'm gonna try the blue this time. Here I had a nib. This time I don't have nib, so I use these markers, but maybe even the color pencils would work. Let me see if I can make a nice letters. Yes, with letters, it's always like sometimes I have to try several times until I have one that I really like. But let me see these. I'm not 100% happy, but let us see how they look. I still have some that I made yesterday to try the markers. Let me see, maybe these look nicer. Yes, these look better. These are a little bit too big. Maybe if I cut them smaller, it looks better. Maybe I cut this away. I think that looks better. Okay, so my card is almost finished. Still this. Still that. Oh, I think this, I need to put a little bit more glue on this. And now I think I forgot about something. Oh, you see, I have almost been lucky. I really forgot about it because if this, I put it a little bit too high up. And when I close my card, it sticks out. But in this case, I think I'm just gonna cut it. I don't think that looks, you can see, that looks worse. Just gonna cut it. And now I'm gonna reshape them a little bit and nobody will see that I made a mistake. Let's see. I forgot to say that this is the most important, to always be sure that the things you put that are not too big. Okay, this is my card. Now, of course, I could also put something on the outside, but I just leave it like this for today. And for the end, I want to show you some other cards that we made. Some we made in workshops, some I made at home, just to give you some more inspiration. What other materials you could use. So here is one a little child made. She really was very creative with all kinds of things, like feathers and buttons and mosaic stones. And I think that's a nice thing too, to put a picture. Here we made that at Deuxieme Vie. They had, of course, much more materials to choose from for their card. So you see, you can go really creative with pop-up cards. This was a Valentine's card. It also was made at Deuxieme Vie. And this is another card I made at home. And this looks now like it's too big, but I'm going to put it on a little bit of bigger paper. And so I solved that problem. You will not see the flowers stick out in the end. Okay, this was our pop-art card, Saturday morning craft. If you like us, and if you would like to make a contribution to Deuxieme Vie, you can do this on Venmo, on the Deuxieme Vie Creative, written all in one word, or on our website. Yeah, maybe you pop-art cards, Saturday morning craft. If you like us, and if you would like to make a contribution to Deuxieme Vie, you can do this on Venmo, on the Deuxieme Vie Creative, written all in one word, or on our website. Hey!
I made cacti.
Hello.
Yours came out cute. Mine's
Oh,
kind of
cute. No, it's so nice. I really, but they don't hear me now anymore. No,
Yeah, they can still hear you.
they can still hear me. Okay. Oh wow, that's so nice, Brandy. Cool. It was so. I would really have liked to see somebody else making it. It was so, you feel like,
cute.
it was
Cute.
yeah.